Okay, so you just made your mortgage payment for the month, right? And maybe you're curious, so you log into your account to see how much progress you've made. You scroll down to the principal balance and wait, what? After sending the bank $2,000, your loan balance only dropped by like $400. Where did the other $1,600 go? Here's the thing that absolutely drives me crazy. You're going to spend the next 30 years of your life paying off your house, and by the time you're done, you'll have paid almost double, sometimes even more than what you borrowed. And nobody told you this when you signed those papers. They showed you the monthly payment, asked if you could afford it, and sent you on your way. But what if I told you that with some simple strategies, and I mean really simple, you could save literally hundreds of thousands of dollars and cut years, maybe even a decade off your mortgage? My name is Praku, and I spend way too much time thinking about why regular people stay trapped in debt for 30 years, while banks get richer and richer off the interest. Look, I get it. You bought a house, you're making your payments, and you assume that's just how it works, right? You're stuck with this mortgage until you're in your 50s or 60s. But here's what frustrates me. Most people have no idea how mortgage interest actually works. And because they don't understand it, they don't realize they have the power to change it. You're not helpless here. You can take control of this thing. If you're tired of feeling like you're just throwing money at the bank every month with nothing to show for it, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button, because what I'm about to show you could literally save you enough money to retire years earlier, or I don't know, actually enjoy your life instead of being a debt slave. Here's what most people believe about mortgages. You borrow $300,000, you pay it back over 30 years with interest, and that's the deal. It's fixed, it's unchangeable. You signed a contract and now you're locked in. Wrong. Completely wrong. See, here's what most people don't realize, and this is where it gets really interesting. Your mortgage isn't this rigid, unchangeable thing. The bank makes it seem that way because, well, they make a fortune off your interest payments. But the truth is, you have way more control than you think. Let me show you something shocking. According to data from the Federal Reserve, the average American with a $250,000 mortgage at 7% interest will pay almost $350,000 in interest alone over the life of the loan. That's not including the principal. That's just interest. You're essentially buying your house twice. And here's the psychological trap. Behavioral economists call this present bias. It's this cognitive bias where we focus on immediate costs like, can I afford the monthly payment, and completely ignore future costs. Your brain is like, okay, $1,663 a month. I can do that. But it doesn't process that over 30 years, that's $598,680 for a $250,000 loan. Your brain literally can't compute numbers that big in the future, so it just ignores them. The banks know this. They designed the whole system around it. Okay, so let me show you exactly how mortgage interest works, because once you understand this, everything else is going to make perfect sense. Your monthly mortgage payment has two parts, principal and interest. Principal is the actual money you borrowed, that $250,000 or whatever. Interest is what the bank charges you for borrowing that money. Simple enough, right? But here's the part that's going to make you angry. In the early years of your mortgage, almost your entire payment is interest, not principal. Interest. Let me give you real numbers. Let's say you borrow $250,000 at 7% interest for 30 years. Your monthly payment is $1,663. Seems reasonable. But in month one, you know how much of that $1,663 actually pays down your loan? $205. That's it. The other $1,458 goes straight to the bank as interest. Think about that for a second. You're sending the bank $1,663, and only $205 of it is actually reducing your debt. It's like, imagine you're trying to fill up a bathtub, but someone drilled a hole in the bottom, and 87% of the water is draining out as fast as you pour it in. That's your mortgage in the first decade. And this is what economists call mental accounting. We mentally categorize our mortgage payment as one thing, one expense. But it's actually two very different things: debt repayment and rent paid to the bank for borrowing their money. If you thought of that $1,458 as rent every month, you'd be furious. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. As you gradually pay down the principal over time, the interest charges shrink and more of your payment goes toward principal. By year 20, maybe half your payment is principal. By year 28, most of it is principal. But the damage is already done. According to mortgage analysts, roughly 60 to 70% of all the interest you'll ever pay on a 30-year mortgage gets paid in the first 15 years. The bank front loads the interest. Okay, so now you're thinking, this is depressing, Praku. Why are you telling me this? Because here's the good news. Once you understand how this works, you can hack the system. Every extra dollar you pay toward your principal is a dollar that stops generating interest. It's like pulling weeds out of your garden. The sooner you pull them, the less they spread. Every dollar of principal you eliminate early saves you from paying interest on that dollar for potentially decades. Let me show you the math, because this is where it gets really powerful. Same $250,000 mortgage at 7%, 30-year term. Your normal payment is $1,663. Now let's say you add just an extra $100 per month, just $100. That's like, what, 3 lattes a week or 1 less streaming service? By paying $1,763 instead of $1,663, you will pay off your mortgage in 25.2 years instead of 30. You just shaved off almost 5 years. And here's the crazy part. You'll save $66,670 in interest, $66,000 from an extra $100 a month. Now you might be thinking, okay, but that's still a lot of extra money over time. Fair point. But here's the thing, you're going to spend that money anyway. This is what behavioral economists call loss aversion. We hate the idea of losing $100 a month to extra mortgage payments, but we don't think about the $66,670 we're losing by not doing it. Our brains are wired backward. Let me give you another example. Let's say you bump it up to $250 extra per month. Now you're paying $1,913 total. You'll pay off the mortgage in just 20.6 years. That's 9.4 years early, and you'll save $126,200 in interest, over $100,000. And here's what's wild. That $250 a month over 20.6 years is about $62,000 in extra payments. You put in $62,000 and you save $126,200. That's like a 100% return on investment, guaranteed. Show me a stock that'll do that. Now, maybe you don't have an extra $100 or $250 every single month. Life happens, right? Kids, medical bills, car repairs, I get it. But here's another strategy, the lump sum payment. Let's say you get a tax refund or a work bonus, or maybe you sell some stuff and end up with a few $1,000s. Instead of blowing it on a vacation or a new TV, and look, I love vacations too, but instead you throw it at your mortgage. Let's run the numbers. Same $250,000 mortgage at 7%. You're making your regular payments for 2 years, and then in month 24, you throw $5,000 at the principal just once, no other extra payments. That single $5,000 payment will save you $28,730 in interest over the life of the loan and cut 1.7 years off your mortgage. One payment, $28,000 saved. Why does this work so well? Because you're attacking the principal early when it's still generating maximum interest. It's like treating an infection. The earlier you treat it, the less it spreads. Every dollar of principal you kill early stops compounding against you. And here's the psychological piece. This taps into what's called progress principle. When you make a big lump sum payment and watch your balance drop significantly, it gives you this psychological win. You see real progress, which motivates you to keep going. It's way more satisfying than watching your balance creep down by $200 a month.
Okay, here's my favorite strategy. Because it's so sneaky simple that it almost feels like cheating. Instead of making one monthly payment, you split it in half and pay every 2 weeks. So if your monthly payment is $1,663, you pay $831.50 every 2 weeks. Now, you're probably thinking, that's the same amount of money, Praku. What's the difference? Here's the difference. There are 52 weeks in a year. If you pay every 2 weeks, you make 26 half payments. And 26 half payments equals 13 full payments, not 12. You're secretly making one extra mortgage payment per year without even noticing it, because you're getting paid bi-weekly anyway, right? By doing this, that 30-year mortgage gets paid off in 23.7 years, 6.3 years early, and you save $86,500 in interest. $86,000! And the beauty of it is, you barely notice, because it just syncs up with your paycheck schedule. This works because of something called temporal discounting. When you break a big expense into smaller, more frequent payments, it feels less painful. You're not losing an extra $100 a month, you're just adjusting your payment schedule. But the math is doing all the heavy lifting for you. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Praku, shouldn't I invest that extra money instead? The stock market returns like 10% historically. Look, that's a fair question, and honestly, it depends on your interest rate. If you have a 3% mortgage, yeah, you're probably better off investing. But at 6%, 7%, 8%, paying down your mortgage is a guaranteed return equal to your interest rate. There's no risk. The stock market can crash. Your mortgage savings can't. Plus, and this is the part people don't talk about, there's an emotional component here. Home ownership without debt feels different. According to research from Ohio State University, people who pay off their mortgages early report significantly higher life satisfaction and lower stress. That's worth something. You can't put a price on the peace of mind that comes from owning your home free and clear. And here's another objection I hear. What if I need that money for an emergency? Valid. Keep an emergency fund first, 3 to 6 months of expenses. Once you have that cushion, then attack the mortgage. Don't be dumb about this. Look, here's the bottom line. Your mortgage is probably the biggest debt you'll ever have in your life. And right now, it's designed to keep you paying interest for 3 decades. But you don't have to play by those rules. Every extra payment you make, whether it's $50 a month, $100 a month, or a one-time $5,000 payment, is a step toward financial freedom. And I'm not being dramatic here. Imagine being 50 years old and not having a mortgage payment anymore. Imagine the choices you'd have. You could work less, you could retire early, you could actually breathe. The banks are counting on you to just make your minimum payment for 30 years like everyone else. Don't be everyone else. Start small if you have to. Even an extra $50 a month makes a difference, but start. Because the best time to attack your mortgage was when you first got it. The second best time is right now. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And hey, drop a comment and let me know. Are you going to try any of these strategies? I actually read the comments and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Now go take control of your mortgage. I'll see you in the next one.